End of the year always sneaks up on me. Suddenly the nights are cold, my tea stash is running dangerously low, and my backlog looks at me like it's about to file a complaint. But 2025 has been such a stellar year for cozy games, JRPGs, and slow-paced adventures that I had to sit down and pick some of my favorites. So today, we're doing something special. The Cozy Cartridges Game of the Year Awards 2025. Geoff Keighley may have had his Game Awards last week, but this is my personal list. The games that stuck with me, the ones that made me feel warm, relaxed, inspired, or just obsessed in all the right ways. And keep in mind, I haven't been able to play all of this year's releases, so you may have some favorites that I just haven't gotten around to. Nonetheless, let's celebrate the coziest, most heartwarming, and most addictive gaming moments of the year. Hey friends, I'm Autumn. Welcome back to Cozy Cartridges, your corner for calm gaming, handheld nostalgia, and JRPG comfort food. If that sounds like your vibe, grab your favorite snack or beverage, get comfy, and let's talk great games. Let's begin with a category very close to my heart, farming and life sims. And honestly, this year's winner wasn't even a contest. Okay, maybe it was a little bit of a contest. But Rune Factory returned this year with a gorgeous world, a lovable cast, and the series' signature blend of farming, slice-of-life charm, and real-time combat. Guardians of Azuma captures that just one more in-game day feeling perfectly. Tending fields in the morning, chatting with townsfolk like your god of the underworld at noon, dungeon crawling in the evening, and winding down with crafting or cooking before bed. What makes this entry shine is how smooth and modernized everything feels. Faster animations, smarter NPC schedules, and a cozy little festival calendar that bring the town to life. Azuma itself is peaceful, warm, and full of personality with all the different villages. Perfect for fans of Stardew, Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons, or, well, Rune Factory itself. It's cozy, it's magical, and it's the farming sim I sunk the most hours into this year. And speaking of hours, some games stole even more of my time, particularly in the turn-based department. A bold prequel with exactly the kind of tight turn-based combat elite JRPG fans crave, Octopath Traveler 0 was the game I didn't see coming. The break boost system is at its best here with the new 8-person party system. Battles feel fast and tactical, and the customizable protagonists and town-building elements bring fresh charm and emotional storytelling. The HD 2D presentation is breathtaking, vibrant lighting, crisp environments, and some of the best musical themes of the year. If you love strategic fights, rich world building, and character-driven journeys, this was the standout turn-based RPG of 2025. But for those who prefer something softer, slower, and cozier, another JRPG that stood out in a completely different way was Atelier Reslariana. Atelier Reslariana was my comfort blanket this year. It's sweet, melodic, and wonderfully low stress, the kind of JRPG you can curl up with after a long day. With its soft colors, soothing music, gentle storytelling, and a crafting loop that's both simple and addictive, I couldn't stop playing. Reslariana balances alchemy, exploration, and character bonding with a light hand so nothing ever feels overwhelming. The best part? Dual protagonists. You choose whether you want to play as Rias or Slade, and both have something to offer. The world is whimsical, the cast is adorable, including fairies as well as characters from earlier entries, and the pacing is perfect for players who want JRPG structure without stress. It's a calm, heartfelt adventure that feels like reading a fantasy novel by lantern light. However, maybe you want something with a sharper edge, something strategic, tactical, and deeply rewarding. A monumental return for one of the most respected tactical RPGs ever created, Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evil East Chronicles delivers a stunning remake with expanded narrative depth, polished systems, and visuals that feel like a moving watercolor painting. The drop system remains one of the greatest in the genre. Battles are snappy and rewarding, set on isometric battlefields. The political intrigue, betrayals, alliances, and personal stories, including Ramza's struggles with his morals and his nobility class, feel as sharp today as they did decades ago. This is tactical RPG excellence, and I am so excited to try the GBA entry next. And while big developers and franchises dominated some categories, one tiny heartfelt game stood above the rest in the cozy space. Tiny Bookshop is the brightest warm hug in gaming this year. Running a traveling bookshop has never felt so peaceful. Setting up your stall, chatting with locals, arranging books, decorating your van, complete with furry companion, and slowly becoming a part of a seaside community. There's zero pressure, only soft rhythms and gentle choices. It's a perfect evening game, breezy, uplifting, and overflowing with charm. So much so, I wish I could leave everything behind for a life by the sea. With my Switch too, of course. Some of you, however, may prefer collecting creatures over curating bookshelves. And if so, Digimon Story Time Stranger may have had you enthralled. Yes, this is absolutely a bold pick as I only played the demo, but even the demo delivered enough heart, style, and mechanics to deserve the win. Time Stranger brings back the classic Digimon Story feel with modern visuals, snappy turn-based combat, and a darker, more mysterious tone. Even in my limited time with the game, the systems hinted at incredible depth, branching evolution paths, meaningful choices, and a digital world full of secrets. Based on full reviews I've seen online, though, I believe this will become a creature collecting staple and give Pokemon a serious run for its money. Did you hear that, Pokemon? You better bring your A game. I cannot overstate this enough. Trails in the Sky first chapter is world building royalty. One of the most beloved JRPGs of all time finally got the modern re-release it deserved, and what a joy it is to come and play. The world feels alive. Towns, NPCs, political tensions, lore, relationships, everything is interconnected. Estelle and Joshua are the heart of the game, and their dynamic is charming. But every character has purpose, every city has history, and every side quest enriches the world. Even in 2025 and many, many entries in the Legend of series later, Trails in the Sky first chapter stands out as one of the most thoughtfully constructed RPG worlds ever created. We've seen many remakes of late, and hey, I'm not complaining, but Square Enix absolutely delivered with the Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D remakes this year, reviving the roots of an entire genre. Perfectly nostalgic, beautifully modern, this remake nails everything fans hope for. Classic turn-based design paired with crisp glowing HD 2D visuals and modern quality of life features. They're short adventures, especially the first game with your solo protagonist, but full of charm, personality, and that pure Dragon Quest spirit. Exploration, simple but addictive battles, lovely music, and a sense of adventure that feels timeless. This is how you honor the classics. I was even inspired to pick up the Game Boy versions of the games, although I'm not sure how well I'll fare without DracuQuest mode. Before we wrap up the awards, I wanted to take a moment to highlight the games that aren't quite finished but already have stolen my heart. One of the coziest early access games this year, Fields of Mystria blends magical farming, gentle adventuring, relationship building, and serene town life. Even unfinished, the world already feels rich and inviting. Its pixel art is gorgeous, its characters are charming, and the farming life sim loop is incredibly satisfying. If this is just the beginning, the full release might become a new cozy classic. Move over, Stardew Valley. I've said before, I don't play many early access games, so this should say a lot about this pick. I'm really hoping the full release comes out next year with the Switch physical, but we'll see. I'll play this on whatever platform it's available. Now, on to hardware. We've had a few PC handhelds released this year, but let's be real, there is no competition in this category. This feels like the year the Switch finally grew up. The Switch 2 is larger, more powerful, but still surprisingly light, and more sleek. It was by far my best handheld cozy companion since its release, and I've barely picked up any others since. Sorry to neglect you, Legion Go. And last but not least, let's look ahead to 2026. While there are many games I'm looking forward to, and we don't even have many confirmed dates or announcements yet, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave will undoubtedly be my favorite game of 2026 and a day one purchase and play. Everything we've seen so far looks incredible. A branching fate-driven narrative like Three Houses, a tactical system inspired by both classic and modern Fire Emblem, and a magical Roman setting built around weaving destiny itself. The cast designs are stunning. The music previews have been gorgeous. The concept feels bold and fresh, and well, I'm clearing my calendar and putting in my vacation days as soon as we get a release date. And those are my 2025 Cozy Cartridges awards. The year was full of comfort, surprises, and some truly unforgettable gaming moments. And I can't wait to hear what your favorites were. Let me know down in the comments below. What was your game of the year? And yes, I promise I will get to Clair Obscur soon. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for weekly cozy gaming content. Until next time, may the best games of your year continue to warm your heart long after the credits roll.